Drugs was my main cause of it, and a breakup led me here, and I didn't know really where to go, and I just had nowhere to go, and I ended up here. I just didn't have nowhere to go really. I haven't heard that one called. I've heard. I haven't heard about it. Yeah, it fits. I do whatever's necessary. I will do whatever kind of hustle I need to do to make sure I have what I need to have, which is I have a drug problem, and food and shelter. I'll do whatever I need to do, whether it be jobs here and there or boosting or whatever I need to do. Fortunately.
Okay.
No, I didn't really have. I didn't know what to think. I didn't want, my intentions were not to be here, and I've actually only been out here this part for like the last year. The first year of me being here, I was bouncing around from kind of couch surfing from my dad's place to other places like that, hotels or people's places. Yeah, the majority of them do. And I only have really my father and my sister, and they both know that I bounce, that I'm, hang out here or wherever. No, I am not. No, I don't have any. No assistance with that. I think a lot of them, they fear them. I think it's disgusting.
Sorry, what?
I think it's disgusting. They think they disgust them. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's what I think. From what I've heard people talking.
What are 3 words that would describe homelessness to you?
3 words. Addict. Or giving up. I don't know what word. And just kind of. I don't know what other word to use it, but the word for just end of the road kind of thing.
Do you feel safe out here?
I do, for the most part. I've had no problems here. I didn't at first, but getting to know the people here, and they're not. The people that I've known have been pretty good so far. So.
Okay, so how do you feel about your future?
I feel good about my future, and I think I can pull myself out of this rut that I'm in and get back on track. With either schooling or work, and just get back having things that I've lost.
Okay, so how do people become homeless, or more specifically, I guess, how did you become homeless?
I became homeless because during the breakup that I had, I ended up losing my home, and just didn't have anywhere to go. Just ended up here. Yeah, just having nowhere to go, and they just were burnt from. That's pretty much it from there.
Is there anything that you'd like for me to know, like about your situation?
Nothing you're going with. I'm here. You know, I don't know really what to say on that. That I am. It's not all that bad. That I am trying to get. You know, I want to get better, and it's just I'm not here by. I'm here, but I'm not here by choice. I am working on getting, you know, out of this spot that I'm in. I really don't know how to answer that.
Okay, so with that in mind, where do you see yourself in a year?
I see myself clean and with my own place again, and either in school or work or both if I'm.
What's the best thing that happened to you this week?
Shoot. I really don't have. I don't know. What's the best thing? I haven't really had. That's a tough question. I don't know. The best thing so far that I don't know. I can't really answer that.
Yeah.
I haven't really been.
What makes you feel safe out here? You said you feel safe?
Just having good relationships with the people that I've had. And not, yeah, just having the relationships I have with people here. None of them have been really bad.
Curious, what do you think about the police?
Police, I think that they don't really care much for them. I mean, they do their job, and I get that. And I'm not one to. I don't slam on them or put them down or anything, but you know, I don't care much for them. But I know they're just out here doing their job, and a lot of times they gotta you know, go in with, you know, with everything that's happened lately. That, you know, they gotta be careful too. So I don't know. I just don't really care much for them.
Mm-hmm. I guess they just want to go home at the end of the day, huh? If they...
Yeah, like everyone else, kind of.
And with that in mind, what does home mean to you?
Home means to me, I don't really. Home right now would mean to me like a parent's house right now. But I don't have a spot that I can call it, that I call home, so I don't really have, you know, a set place. This home would be wherever I'm laying my head at the time.
What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear is, I guess right now would be with the way the drugs are lately and people have been doing. I guess overdosing would be my biggest fear.
What's the hardest thing about being homeless?
Hardest thing would be just to maintain and trying to do things the right way. That would be the hardest thing. In the legal way, I guess. What I mean by the right way.
What would you do with $1,000 right now?
What to do with $1,000? I would. I would try to get. I'm looking at trying to get some kind of place to stay or a vehicle, or those two things would be the first two options that, you know, things I would try to do.
What do you talk about with your neighbors? Just curious.
What do I talk about with my neighbors? I don't know, just
Yeah, what do you talk about with your neighbors?
I don't know, just everything really. I mean, a lot of people talk about what their hustle was the day before, or what their hustle is going to be the day, what they're doing. That's what a lot of the conversations end up being. Really, or what happened if somebody got overdosed or whatever. That's really a lot of what the conversation is. Just whatever they're doing that day.
In general, do people treat you good or bad?
I think people treat me good around here.
What are some of the ways that people can help you?
Never. Shoot. The way people help me is they help me get. I don't know. I've been just a place to get. Like with my. I don't really know. A place to stay, or laundry done, or food, just like the very simple, I guess. I don't know. I never really thought about that.
Are you interested in going to a shelter?
I've never thought about going there, to be honest. I guess, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I would go if, I just never have looked into it.
So you've never been to a shelter before?
Never been to a shelter before, never.
Okay. And did I ask you what the hardest thing about being homeless is?
I don't know if you have, but the hardest thing would be just trying to figure out how to do things the right way, the legal way, would be the answer I have for that one.
Right. And so I have a couple more questions.
Okay.
They might sound ridiculous, but these are some questions that people might ask themselves, if not you. Or,
Okay.
for instance, why can't you just get a job like everyone else?
I really have. That's a tough question. I'm sure I could. Well, right now it's the drug habit that I have, and I've gotten too used to it. I don't know why. Really, I guess it's just I've gotten addicted to this way things go. I don't know. That's a tough question. I can't really answer. I guess right now would be the drug use that I have.
In a week's time, how much money do you handle? And do you think it's enough to get a place?
Honestly, I handle anywhere between. I've had times where in a week I've had 300, or I've had 1,000. It just kind of depends. But yeah, it would be enough to get a place. Yeah.
How can you not have housing taken care of with that kind of money, though? Because
the drug use.
Okay. Why does it seem like everybody over there is addicted to alcohol and drugs? I mean, why do I get that idea?
I think because the majority are addicted to some kind of drug in one form or the fashion. There are some that aren't. They're just there.
You don't prefer the safety and comfort of a shelter or somewhere else as opposed to this?
I probably would. I just have this is just all I've gotten. This is my first time being homeless, and this is kind of what I accustomed to, I guess. I've never tried that avenue before. All right.
Do you know someone over there with a pet?
Yes, there's plenty of people with pets.
Does that make sense to you to have a pet when they can't take care of themselves?
No, not really. To me, it doesn't. For the most part, I know people that do take care of their pets, you know, much better than they do themselves. But me personally, I wouldn't.
What's stopping you from returning to your family?
Again, it all circles back to the drug use, and
Not quite ready to stop?
I'm ready to stop. I just don't know how to. A lot of it's fear. I'm so used to being like this. I don't know what, you know, being clean and taking those steps would be
Okay.
like. I am ready to, you know, put it down.
Do you have any mental health shortcomings?
Not really anything to speak with. I'm not on medical, you know, diagnosis or anything.
Okay. Well, what I aim to do is, first, thank you